Okay, so I don't really make videos like this online, and truthfully, I've never really opened up to anyone about this before. But I've been thinking about it a lot recently, and I feel like it's something that can resonate with a lot of people. So, a year and a half ago, I was in the most depressed stage of my life. Like, every single night for months on end, I was going to my sleep crying because I hated myself so much. I had no sense of direction, no sense of purpose, no happiness, no goals. I was so dependent on others, but I felt like nobody was there for me. And every single weekend, I was partying, drinking, drowning myself in a bottle, and running away from my problems and fears. And my depression just got worse. And looking at it now, looking at how far I've come, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with myself. Not to sound cocky, egotistical, not to sound like I'm getting complacent, but I'm so happy with how far I've come. And I'm so happy with the man I'm becoming. And key emphasis on the word becoming because I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. I'm truthfully like 1% there. But seeing how far that 1% has taken me, it makes me feel so happy. Now, I know a lot of people out there, you might be dealing with depression, self-hate, lacking self-confidence, all this stuff. And trust me when I tell you because it's coming from someone who dealt with this. The worst thing you can do is run from those problems. The worst thing you can do is drown yourself in a bottle and distract yourself. Because a lot of people tell you when you're going through shit, you need to find distractions. Don't do that. That is the worst thing you can do. You need to face your problems head on because that is the only way you are actually going to grow. You need to take these opportunities, like these adversities, as a chance to better yourself. Okay, because for the longest time I didn't do that, and I was just so depressed. But then one day I woke up, looked myself in the mirror, and realized I didn't want this to be my life. I realized I needed to make change, and to make change, you have to actually make change. To make change in your outputs, your happiness, your self confidence, everything like that, you have to change your inputs, what you're actually doing on a day to day basis. So every day for a year and a half, I worked on myself. I worked on those inputs unconditionally every single day. And now I am the happiest I've ever been. I have a sense of direction. I have purpose. I have something I'm working towards. I have goals. I'm more independent. I have all this stuff. And again, it's not to sound cocky or egotistical. It's because I changed those inputs and started working on myself. So if you're someone going through a hard time, if you're depressed, if you don't like yourself right now, change. Make change. And in a year and a half's time, in a year's time, in a 6 months' time, you're going to thank yourself so much for it. Trust me. I'm thanking myself so much for changing those inputs now just because I made change.